Michael is in Strongsville. Michael, thanks for waiting. You're on the air. Fire away.
Hi, Bob. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
I just wanted to speak about President Trump attending that ceremony at Arlington the other day and how important I think that was. I mean, that was such a beyond botched job by the Biden regime. People don't talk about it. I think the most appalling thing about it is that what was Biden thinking when they decided to have the Afghan government release 5,000 Taliban prisoners from Afghan prisons? I mean, that's insane. That could have directly led to what happened at Abbey Gate.
Not could have, almost guaranteed to have had an impact on that. Exactly right. I mean, there is no explanation for anything that he did with respect to the release of those prisoners any more than with Barack Obama. When Barack Obama, made that deal for Trader Bo Bergdahl and gave back 5 of the most high-value Taliban detainees who were responsible for the planning or the funding of 9/11, for crying out loud, in exchange for Bo Bergdahl. We have made so many horrific deals to let dangerous terrorists out of prison. And by the way, those individuals went right back into their leadership positions in formulating the next terror plots against the United States. And so, 13 dead heroes directly impacted, no doubt about it, by the release of those Taliban from the Afghani jails. I agree with you 100%.
Right, except one thing, though, I got mixed up. It was Trump that had Mike Pompeo negotiate with the Taliban and release those 5,000 prisoners. It wasn't Biden.
No.
So you're saying that Trump was directly responsible?
I am saying anybody that was released, anybody, and I'm talking about whether it was during Obama, whether it was during Trump, or whether it was during Biden. Anybody that was released or was given shorter or softer sentences other than death for being terrorists.
So Trump has blood on his hands then.
No, Donald Trump didn't order the chaotic release.
Yes, he did.
No. No, he didn't, Michael. You're trying to play gotcha, but you're not going to do it. Let me ask you, who orchestrated the most chaotic withdrawal who orchestrated the most chaotic withdrawal of American troops from a battle zone or a combat zone in American history? Who did that? Who left behind the $85 billion worth of weapons? Who left behind American citizens and American allies who are Afghanis to be turned over to the Taliban? Who did that? Who then was responsible for the actual terror attack on Abbey Gate? Tell me that.
Can I get a word in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Biden made a complete debacle of it, no doubt. But
thank you.
But Trump set the table for it in so many ways, like releasing 5,000 prisoners from Afghan prisons.
There is absolutely no doubt that that's a mistake to release them. But the terror attack could not have happened, though. No. The terror attack during that horrific withdrawal could not have happened had it not been so grossly mismanaged by Commander-in-Chief Biden, by Defense Secretary Austin, by John Kirby, by everybody else that was associated with that. There is one commander-in-chief at a time, and the time that incident happened in 2021, 3 years ago, Joe Biden made the call, orchestrated the withdrawal, and absolutely butchered it all. Whether there were terrorists that had been released or individuals from Afghani jails or not, that is not what led to what happened. The reality is nobody, in my opinion, who is being held by American or either America or American allies in jails or in prisons, whether it be in a Gitmo or whether it be an Afghani prison or whether it be in Israeli prisons. I don't like letting those people go either. I don't like letting Hamas prisoners, not hostages, prisoners go in order to get actual hostages out of Gaza either. I don't like letting bad people go in order to affect political changes. So no, I do not agree with letting those 5,000 go, but do not pin the blame for the death of 13 Americans and the blood on the hands of anybody except for the man who butchered the entire withdrawal and did it despite the best advice from military experts on how to get out of Afghanistan. He wanted to do it quick, he wanted to do it sloppy, and he did it. And that man was Joe Biden. And rather, I will say there is one other person. But it's not the one you wanted to say with your little gotcha question, because she said she was the last person in the room when that decision was made. So the two.
This.
It's 11:36. Just a quick follow-up on that phone call, too, because people like Michael like to make a point and then try to make it into something that is beyond the point. The point of 5,000 prisoners being released during the Trump administration or not during the Biden administration, I have never claimed that Donald Trump has been a perfect president. I don't agree with that. I didn't agree with it when it happened. I said it when it happened. I didn't agree with Mike Pompeo, but you know who else I didn't agree with? Nancy Pelosi. I don't like when Republicans agree with Democrats on, I won't say anything, but almost anything. Nancy Pelosi called that agreement to make that prisoner swap, quote, an historic initial step toward advancing security and stability in Afghanistan, and said that many significant additional steps remain to achieve comprehensive and enduring peace. That was Nancy Pelosi's position. Does she have blood on her hands because those people were released? I don't think so. I don't think Trump does either, because that wasn't the terror attack. The releasing of those prisoners was not a terror attack. The releasing of those prisoners, I think, was a mistake, because Lord only knows what they went on to do, just in the same way I think it was a mistake to release Hamas prisoners from IDF detention facilities, prisons. In Israel, they have jails that are filled with people who have been tried and convicted, who are criminals, not who are hostages. And we encouraged Israel in an effort to get some of the hostages released from Gaza. We encouraged Israel to go ahead and release, 5-1? Wasn't it like 5 times as many prisoners were let out of jails than hostages that were released? I disagreed with that. I would disagree with that if Trump did it. I would disagree. Well, obviously, it's not Trump. It's Benjamin Netanyahu. It's the Israeli decision to make. But Biden encouraged it. I would disagree if Biden encouraged it. I would disagree if Trump encouraged it. But that action in and of itself is not a terror attack. 13 American heroes were killed, as we talked about in a lot of depth on Friday and on Monday on the actual anniversary. 13 people were killed because of Joe Biden's complete ineptitude in the way that he withdrew from Afghanistan. Period and end of story. Sally.